Gentlemen, have I cracked the code? I think I may have done it. I found a way so far. It's worked 2 out of 2 times. 3 if you count the other people in the thread. How to open their eyes to propaganda and start seeing reality. Now, before we continue any further, I am sicker than shit. I am been coughing up phlegm for 2 days and nasally. Everything's fuzzy right here. My vision's weird, so if I'm not making eye contact, I apologize. And the gross sniffle sounds. And you know, you're not true trailer trash unless you use wads of toilet paper as Kleenex in case you need it instead of actual Kleenex. Who keeps boxes of Kleenex? That shit's for chicks. Anyway, or when my girlfriend's coming over, then I'll buy some. Anyway, you know, put on a show. Oh Christ. Okay, where was I? So twice this worked with my friend, one of my feminist friends. You're like, Dusty, I swear, no, I don't just keep in contact with these ladies just so I can have an argument and tell you guys about it. This is my life. I was a Bernie bro, as I've mentioned before, and they're on, and I don't hate them. I really feel like maybe I was a victim of propaganda too. In some ways, I know I was, and that's important to remember when you're talking to your friends. You know, when they're hardcore left or right, like you got to remember they're victims of propaganda. You need to talk to them like someone who's trying to explain that they've been lied to. That's my theory anyway. And I have proof. The first was my friend. Again, you know, she was talking about for generations, women have suffered oppression at the hands of us evil men. And I used to think that too. You know, I used to be in that group where I was like, yeah, I mean, feminism started 100 years ago. I mean, come on, you know, after 100 years, you know, and I bought into that. There's the memes. Oh, feminism, equality is only 100 years old. Ladies, don't stop fighting. Again, I was that guy. I was part of the propaganda. And until I used a little thing called some logic, basic reasoning, and actually started thinking about this shit. No, civilizations throughout history, whether in Europe or the Native Americans or Africa or South America, Asia, all did everything they could to keep women's hands free from soot and blood. All those civilizations, well, yes, certainly invading armies, you know, but they did it to the men too. And sadly, even worse, the children. I hate to break that to you, my Spartacus fans. It's my favorite show ever. But, Romans, man. Oh, it wasn't just Spartacus's wife that got it. When Glauber got him, I'm telling you, an entire century took a turn on Spartacus before throwing him in the gladiator arena. I mean, it was horrific enough with his wife, but he got it too, I promise you that. Anyway, moving on. But the point is, in all those civilizations, the Thrace, like Spartacus, when the Getae barbarian tribes would come from the north or the Romans from the west, no woman was harmed by an enemy hand until the last man gave his final breath, defending them. That's true. Whether it's Greeks fighting Romans, Romans fighting the Gauls, Gauls fighting the Celts, whatever, Zulu and Zandi down in Africa, Aztecs and Jaguars, although that might be the same group. Feel free to correct me on that if I'm wrong. Only when the last man was killed fighting to protect his people, his village, his temple, his castle, whatever, did the invaders then attack the woman. So look at people that had slaves, okay, whether it's America and the Africans, or taking them, of course, or the Brits and the Scots owning them, Romans and everybody in Europe, Middle East, and North Africa. If you look at that, you know, who did all the work? Who did all the hard, dangerous jobs? The slaves. The slaves did. Only if there were no slaves would the slave owner, oh God, fine, I guess I gotta do something. What the hell do I own slaves for? I gotta do everything myself around here. Yeah. But when it comes to free men and women, women have been taught to believe that they've been oppressed because men have done all the work for them their entire lives, going back centuries. So, yeah, is that really oppression? Ladies, man, throughout history, whether the Mongols, the Chinese, the Romans, the Russians, the Zulu, the Zandi, the Americans, Aborigines, only when all your male kin and friends were dead did any lady suffer any harm. And you take that as you were oppressed. Now, I'm sorry, I'm going to be sexist here for a second. Yeah, oh, well, we wanted to fight Dusty. I'm sure there were. But what do? You know, combat back then was up close. Shields against shields clacking, trying to stab over. Maybe if you had a big, strong guy, you come knock him down, jump over the shield line, maybe. So what do you think happens when a 230-pound Viking brings a 6-foot axe down into the shield of a 5'1", 110-pound girl? Well, same thing happens when a 6'3", 225-pound trans female rugby player hits a 5'1", 110-pound girl. They go down. And when you're fighting for your people's survival, that makes a hole in the wall. And that means the enemy pushes through, kills all of you, and then goes and kills all the people you're trying to protect, the children, the women, the elderly. So, is that really oppression? Again, I tried this again with strangers. I was trolling this time. You can blame me. It was, what was it? Oh, it was a thing on Musk. And I'm not a Musk worshiper, but I like the guy. I got nothing against him. It was like, oh, people criticizing Musk for this. And I guess there's rumors he had a D-pic. I haven't seen it. So, all right, let's see this D-pic, you know. And I was posting a bunch of GIFs, you know, dudes with beards and dresses. I said, you know, with captions like, I don't know what a woman is, but I know the internet told me that I better hate Musk, so I do. You know, the two from Dr. Phil. yeah, we don't know what a woman is, but we know we hate Musk. Oh God, a couple others. But somebody said, oh, you're disgusting. So you forgive him for grape? No, he hasn't committed rape. If there is a D-pic, which none of us have seen, we got to take this woman's word for it. And I think with all this Johnny D, Amber H crap going on, people would start to second guess this stuff, but I guess we're not that smart. But no, so far, no evidence that I am aware of has come forth. And they're saying, oh, and he R-worded her. No. I've got D-pics from gay guys. I don't suffer PTSD from it. Nothing was inserted inside of me. I have not been raped or assaulted. Bad flirting is not assault. I don't know how many times, it's crazy how many times you gotta say it, but again, these are victims of propaganda. They have been taught, they have been brought up with that 1 in 5 nonsense that, yes, if a man even looks you up and down, you've been raped, you have PTSD now. They're telling young girls this. And the more impressionable ones, even my friend who's in her 60s, and I hated being rude to her, but I was like, come on, you know, this is something a 25-year-old woman should be arguing, frankly. I'm sorry. I respect you. I got nothing against you. I love you. But this is not something a 65-year-old woman should be arguing. It's something I would expect from a 25-year-old. Okay? You know this. But that one argument, okay, you've been oppressed for centuries. How come every civilization that's ever been wiped out, no woman was hurt until the last man died of their people? Why is that? And believe it or not, 2 of them, well, they didn't admit anything, but they quit commenting. You know, I mean, this was going, me, them, me, them, me, them, me, them. I was working. Taking a poop break, check my Facebook, okay, respond them. I mean, they had their phone in hand. The second I brought that up, though, nope, they stopped. So, I'm 3 for 3 on this. 2 for 2 on conversations, 3 for 3 in women. So if you're having trouble explaining yourself to your left-wing friends, to your left-wing friends, your feminists, women you care about that are falling victim to this, try using that as an explanation. Okay? why when a slave owner owns a slave, the slave does all the work, but when a free man and free woman, men does all the work, that means the woman's oppressed. Why have throughout history, since civilization began, no woman knew harm from an invader until the last man died, giving his final breath to protect them. It's worked. I'm 3 for 3, guys. Have I cracked the code? Have I cracked the code? I think so. I'm onto something here. I'm onto something. You guys try it out. Leave something in the comments and get the hell out of my trailer.